Next scene. As Xanna dusted off her arm, she looked to her left, looking at the orc, whom quickly darted his attention away from her to stare in a random direction. She ignored it completely, taking a moment to figure out what class he was to figure out how he got into the business of those raptors. With help from Izzy, she quickly noted he was a warrior. Mail armor, sword and shield, those whatnots pointed out. An odd helm covered his whole face except for his eyes, so they were the only thing of his facial features she was able to see. They're very nice red eyes, she thought, absent-mindedly staring at them. Flirt, Izzy coughed. Xanna rolled her eyes. Ignoring Izzy's laughter and now done with observing and making little notes of the orc, Xanna then took out her hairband and shook out her hair, trying to shake out what dust she could. As she did so, her voice began to laugh even harder for some reason. She continued on with ignoring her, shaking her hair a bit more. She heard from the orc, barely noticing him look away from her out of the side of her eye, completely oblivious that he was trying to hide that his green skin was changing into the color of hers. So, thanks for, helping me out. Xanna was amazed that she had actually been thanked. It had been almost a forever since something like that had happened, though, unbeknownst to her, he had also thanked her to try and make a distraction because he didn't want her to see all of his blushes from how beautiful he thought she was. Get over myself. If you hadn't come along, I would have been raptor chow, he said, letting out a sheepish chuckle as he rubbed the back of his neck, also now turning back to look at her, seeing her put her hair back up. Seeing that, he quickly looked away again. Damn it, he thought irritably, seeming to have no control of his bashfulness around this girl. No problem, he heard her reply with a smile, her hair back in place. Xanna tilted her head slightly when the orc decided to turn completely around. She quickly shrugged it off and took advantage of the moment to inwardly thank her wonderfully genius and annoyingly evil voice of reason. Thanks for your help, Iz. If you hadn't known that the orc would follow, then, she was saying to her voice, smiling widely and almost blushing. I didn't, Izzy said nonchalantly, interrupting her. The young girl's smile quickly faded, being replaced by a slightly confused look, complete with a quirked brow. You didn't what? That's another one that's repeated. Quirked brow? No one's eyebrows is where they should be. No one's eyebrows are where they should be. They're all up here. This is where everyone's eyebrows are at. Up here. You know what? Shave these off. Just get a marker. Draw them on up here. I don't have a marker. I don't have a marker to draw the eyebrows on. But this is where the eyebrows are. All the quirking. All the quirking. All the quirking! I didn't know the orc would follow you. I just got lucky when I told you to stop running and turn around. Wait, then what was your plan for me if he hadn't followed? Didn't have one. I was just making it up as I went along. So you just winged it? Shut up and talk to the orc. He's starting to stare. Again. It's creeping me out, Izzy said, shuddering at the orc's stares. Fine, but we are not done talking, the girl shouted back, her hands and little fists at her sides, her nose scrunched up as she made her irritated pout to her voice. We're not done talking. Oh, yes we are, she muttered under her breath. What was that? Nothing. Fine. Just shut up and talk to him, the voice said, shooing her off. Xanna mumbled a few things about Izzy as she went back to reality, stopping when she looked back to the orc, seeing that he was now facing her again, staring quite profusely. She ignored it, trying to think of something to say, only to come up empty-minded. So, as always, she said the first thing that did manage to be a thought. Your eyes are cool, she blurted out, receiving a quirked eyebrow from the orc. Eyebrows are up here now. This is where they live. Oh, wait, she stammered. Idiot, was all Izzy had to say about it. I'm you, Xanna? She blurted out again, her tongue twisting around her words. Idiot. No, I'm Xanna. You? The flustered girl was finally able to put together, smiling sheepishly as she stuck out her right hand for a handshake. Maybe I should do the talking from now on, Izzy said in the background of Xanna's mind. Said stammering idiot, ignored her, still too busy failing at her first impression. Again. I'm Akazil. She heard the young orc boy chuckle, apparently finding this amusing.